The rain began like any other monsoon, soft but steady. But in just a matter of days, it turned into a relentless downpour, so powerful that the land could no longer hold. From the high mountains to the low valleys of southern China, the water poured without pause, triggering a twin disaster: catastrophic floods and deadly landslides. Across multiple provinces, Hunan, Guangxi, Guizhou, Yunnan, and Hubei, rivers have swelled beyond their limits. Over 27 major rivers have risen past official warning levels, some by as much as 3.7 meters. The land, saturated and weakened, has begun to collapse.
那只在山小门口这里已经全部被水。
哎，我的棒棒也都完了。
看见没有？这房子都冲走了，房子还在水里。
家人们，我们龙江庄大水了。现在我们小。
In the province of Hunan, homes have been swallowed whole by water. Streets have turned into rivers. Bridges, some still under construction, have been ripped from their foundations and swept away. But worse still is what's happening in the mountains. As the rains continue, landslides are becoming more frequent and more dangerous. The ground is no longer stable. Water seeps into the earth, loosening rocks, trees, and soil, until entire hillsides break away in seconds. In one region of Hunan, a massive landslide blocked a river completely, causing a sudden backflow and flash flooding in nearby villages. In another case, a residential balcony collapsed under the weight of continuous rainfall. 2 adults seated underneath were crushed and severely injured. The scenes are heartbreaking. Families running from collapsing homes, children being carried across flooded streets, and roads that once connected villages now lost beneath mud and water. Over 400,000 people have already been affected. Tens of thousands have been evacuated, often with only moments' notice. Emergency shelters are overwhelmed. Farmlands have been destroyed. The rice, corn, and vegetables meant to feed families for the season have drowned in muddy water.
Thuê là thuê cửa đâu, rồi làm tác ai rồi. La hồ.
Landslides have also blocked major roads, delaying rescue operations. In some areas, boats and helicopters are the only way in or out. Emergency crews from the National Firefighting Administration have been deployed with hundreds of personnel and dozens of rescue vehicles, but they're racing against time and against nature. In remote areas where communication is cut off, entire communities may still be trapped. One elderly couple in Zhangjiajie was swept away by rising water. Their home was destroyed, and their whereabouts remain unknown. In Longshan County, 3 people drowned in an underground parking area after floodwaters rushed in. And in Guangdong Province, entire houses have slipped from their foundations and crumbled into rivers. Hydrologists report that in many places, river levels are rising by up to 4 meters beyond safe limits. Dam operators are being forced to release emergency water discharges to prevent structural failure. But each release means another surge of floodwater downstream. Meteorologists have called this an extreme rainfall event, the kind that comes once in a century, if not more rarely. They warn that even more rain is coming. The plum rain season, East Asia's long monsoon, is reaching its peak. Some districts have already received over 400 millimeters of rain in a single day, an extremely dangerous threshold for both floods and landslides. The environmental chain reaction is terrifying. Rain saturates the land. Land collapses into rivers. Rivers overflow and destroy towns. Dams release more water, and the rain still hasn't stopped. In mountainous regions like western Yunnan and central Hunan, the risk is at its highest. Roads are buried, villages are cut off, and behind every hill lies the silent threat of another landslide waiting to fall. In Chongqing, rising waters have flooded entire apartment blocks, up to their top floors. In Guangxi, 14 rivers have reported emergency flood levels. In Guizhou, hidden landslides in the night have left whole families buried in mud before help could arrive. Local officials have raised emergency response levels for both floods and geological disasters. Provinces like Hunan, Anhui, and Zhejiang are now under level 2 alerts. The government has issued red warnings for flash floods and terrain collapse. But for the people on the ground, warnings offer little comfort. What they face is real: collapsing homes, falling hills, and rivers that no longer follow their path.
哇塞！
我的妈呀！怎么这么多？妈，这往哪块落呀？咱不要紧吧？
没事，咱们让他脸。
他往那边落。
China has faced floods before, but this is different. This time, water and earth are moving together. The land beneath people's feet is cracking, sliding, disappearing. This is no longer just a climate event. It's a humanitarian emergency. Lives are being lost, homes are being destroyed, and nature continues to rage on. The water is still rising, the ground is still falling, and millions are still at risk.